Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Houliginn Ent.
Y'all probably wondering how I've been to start this off. Did he keep up with that raw? Or did he go soft? Who the fuck y'all talking about when you know it to be that odd man out? I go ready to get the chalk outlined around where your bitch ass is gonna be found.
Original destructive defiance affecting today's youth.
I found hip-hop and became a fanatic. So problematic, that time in the attic is probably about the time I licked up a tragic. He taught me how to put the beat in the casket. Smell what I'm smoking, hell no I ain't passing. Hop in the booth and I'm dropping the classic. All of these thoughts to be hard to imagine. Fall on the page and I swear that that's magic. Hey, that's crazy, y'all tried to play me. You acting shady, get lit up like it's the 80s. So I'm never making the same mistake twice, ever again for the rest of my life. Taking my shot like I'm rolling the dice. Crew on my left, creature on the right. Bring them to light, it's just making the beat. And we got this moment alone to release. All about peace, as you bringing the beef. Leave it to me, I'ma leave it.
Yeah. Check. Yeah. FrostTalk Podcast.
Yes,
back
sir.
up in here again on a Monday night. Tonight, I got the homeboys Houliginn Ent. How y'all doing, gang?
Shit, we
Kicking
kicking
it,
it.
we
It's a
checking,
good
bro.
night.
What
Just
is
got
that?
off work a little bit ago. Right back to the grind. You already know.
For sure. So, for the people out there, I want you guys to introduce yourselves like individually.
Yeah, what's up, man? My name's Oddity. It's spelled ODD17Y because I'm different and it makes me special.
Okay.
Yo, it's the boy Clue. I mean, I spell my shit differently, but that's for a different reason. It's KLU in case you was wondering.
Yo, my name's Creature, Kree, capital Turr.
Moses and them.
Whole story behind that one.
Moses and them. You feel
On
me?
them.
And we'll get into that for sure. So like I do at the beginning of every podcast, I just kind of kick off like an intro, like how I met you, how I know you, and then we just kind of, build the story from there. Oddity, been knowing him for years, just out here grinding on the scene. Some solo, some with the clique, doing this thing. What was them boys' name? Running with the Mohithans for like a little minute.
Yup, a little bit.
A Pops regular, you know what I'm saying? Homeboy been performing at Pops since 2015, maybe even before that type shit.
I mean, yeah, it was back when, Justin Little was still back there.
Back in
rocking
the
it, so,
day,
yeah.
shout out to Justin Little. I know Clue was like shit, my cousin for real from around the way. You know what I'm saying? Doing this rap thing. I know back in the day he was in a rock band for like a little minute or whatever.
sure,
doing
sure.
his
Know that.
thing.
That's behind the scenes
little
right now.
fun fact type shit. And Creature, I just more so met him recently, but like within a little bit of time, you guys as a collective group really came up and ran the numbers up, did a headline gig at Nightcrawler's Red Room, took a few opening shows, just kind of came back in and just made the game do what it does. And we got a headliner at Pops going down September 27th. We're still
sir.
booking, by the way.
Yes,
if
sir.
you bout your shit, hit us up.
Get us in there,
You
baby.
dig? So Houliginn Ent in this bitch. So, all right. So the first question, where y'all from?
So I grew up in Missouri when I was a little baby, and then my family when I was real young moved out to Southern California. So we lived out there until I was about 16, and I got in a bunch of trouble, and then we moved back out here to, to Missouri. But I kind of been out here in St. Louis now for about like 10 years.
And St. Louis native everywhere around this mug. Been north, south, south side, any side except for east side. I try to stay safe, baby.
Hey, I was in and out of St. Louis a lot, military brat.
Okay.
Finally, once I became a legal adult, always came back to St. Louis.
Respect.
Yeah, I always left, came back, always ended up coming back to St. Louis.
Respect. All right, cool. So I know you guys are a group now, but we're going to start off talking about like the individual journeys and other things y'all may have done before y'all linked up and shit like that. So I'll start with you, Oddity. How did you first start getting off into this rap shit?
So when I was 13, I was living out in Southern California with my family, and I met this dude named Junior who ended up becoming like pretty much my, my ride or die, my best homeboy.
Hell yeah.
Grew up with him and shit. So we kind of just had like a little joke about it, like, we gonna be rappers, blase, and then a little joke turned into like a little something serious. We ended up meeting a guy who was currently looking for some young talent to run on his little record label at the time.
Okay.
Linked up with him. He kind of taught me how to structure bars, write, symmetrical, like, rhythmic, actual real shit. And I kind of just built from there. I ended up, like I said, getting in some trouble in Cali, putting it to the side, coming out here to Missouri, getting in some more fucking trouble. And then eventually it rounded out to where once I came out here to St. Louis for the final run, I was like, this is it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to really knuckle down and I'm going to do it. And that's when I really first started doing shows and stuff.
Real shit.
Yeah, I've been doing this since I was like 13 though, man.
Ah, man. I guess my journey is a little weird. I've always loved music and shit like that. Going back to when I was a little kid, you know, doing choir and shit like that. I just love to perform and stuff like that. I just love to perform, and I came to rap because of this guy for real. Mm-hmm. I really wasn't too much interested in the whole rap scene because it had changed so much since I was a kid. So when he pulled me in, he was just like, man, I need somebody who's down as a mug to come rock with me and then get on stage with me. And I fell in love again with it for sure. And shoot, he made me write my first rap again. I was like, man, I think I like it. I think I like it for the show. And since 2016, I've been down. I couldn't see myself doing nothing else, honestly.
Man, you remember the moment though, bro? We was freestyling at my house. He was like 16 years old. And like, or let me rephrase, I was freestyling. I was a little drunk, you know what I'm saying, kicking it. And I kept pushing him. I was like, bro, come on, man, do it. Yeah. Spit something, bro, spit something. And then this dude came off the cuff with some crazy Kanye style shit. And I was like, you know what? I was like, you know you fucked up, right? Because that's it. I was like, you got to rap now, bro. I was like, you can't show me you can do it and then stop, bro. That's it.
Skills and shit, for sure. And you, Creature?
Yeah, so like, ever since I was like 14, I knew it was something I was interested in, but I ain't never really had no mentors to show me what's up. Like I was a bad kid. Like I wasn't going to music class in school. I wasn't even going to school.
Yeah.
I was going to juvie, came back to St. Louis, went to prison, and then finally got out. Yeah. And I linked up with him, started coming to his shows, just coming out to support. And by this time, I had already attempted to get a feature on a song in a studio in somebody's closet.
Okay.
That came out horrible.
It'd be like that sometimes.
So he hit me up, and he finally taught me how to stay on beat, how to structure a bar, and now at this point in my phone, I got 2 whole projects almost completely done in my phone, ready to record.
Okay, hell yeah.
And he's in the last 4
Coming
years,
soon.
It went from somebody who couldn't even think about where to find a drop on a beat, to someone making his own songs without any help.
That's a beautiful thing, for real. It's good to have lyrical partners, like for real. It can really take you like a long way, for sure.
Hey, steel sharpens steel.
Most
That's
definitely,
straight up.
Oh, God. So, all right. So, Otter, you said you bounced from here to California. That's actually a fun fact that I did not know about you. Mm-hmm. So, tell me about the transition, like going back and forth.
Man, so I remember I came home from school when I was probably like 7.5, 8 years old. And my mom at the time, God bless her, was like a little manic. And, you know, she was a young mom. She already had 2 kids and she was just in her early 20s. So, you know, it was a little crazy for her. So we literally came home from school and everything was packed up and she was like, we moving to California. Damn. So we just left. I didn't get to tell nobody goodbye, nothing crazy like that. So that was it. We just moved out. We moved straight to the hood. I'm talking, we was from the country, bro. I was like hair combed over, all A's, like little white boy, man.
To the side, looking
at bro, wore little button-up shirts, thought I was looking good and shit.
My man was lunch food.
I'm telling you, bro, I went out there, bro. It was slim pickings for me, bro. I got fucked up. But listen, so I rocked that for a little bit, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. Cali to Missouri is like a totally different world. Yeah. Like legitimately, it's so crazy just the difference between. But I will say, St. Louis is the closest that I've ever felt like being back at home in Cali. Something about the vibe, but like the respect people got for one another and shit, and sadly the disrespect that a lot of motherfuckers got. It got the same vibe to it as like being back in the hood in Cali.
No, on God, for real. I believe that for sure. That kind of reminds me, you guys were performing at Nightcrawlers. There is a song about California not feeling like home or some shit. Yeah. Like, it's dope to do this interview because when y'all was doing it, I was like, none of them niggas from California. Yeah. That shit come with the beat? What the fuck? It's real raps out here, for real. All right, so Clue, so I know you through family and shit like that. So, like, it'd be situations, they like, yo, we just went to go see a cousin perform or whatever. I was like, yeah, like, where? They was like, I forgot where they said, but they was like, yeah, this nigga, like, screaming on the microphone, like, this nigga. It's like some real rock shit going on. Yeah. I was like, what? Because I met you, like, at a barbecue. I was like, he did what? So, like, Tell me like what that journey was like, bro.
Oh man. Okay, so I guess coming out of middle school, I went from my middle school. We had a split. It was middle school and high school.
Yeah.
And I left Live for Life and then got in the Carnahan, and just my whole life changed. Like my whole life changed. You know, there was a lot of stuff going on at home and stuff like that. That was a perfect time for teen angst. I guess let me say that it was a perfect storm.
Yeah.
And just the crowd I was running with at that time, we really like rock with that music. So like I got sucked into it with my boy Tyler, and I just ended up liking it. I think it's a performance. I think it's all just when I get on stage, I fall in love with that every time. So like it builds a respect level for every music art form that I've tried.
No, yeah, for sure, yeah. That's dope. Like for real, a lot of people don't come like from that background. So like it's dope that you did that, and now you're doing the rap shit, and like you're well versed at both of them. You know what I'm saying? That's ill as fuck. Like for real. So Creature, I know you said you was kind of in and out, did the juvie thing, ended up having to do like a little prison and shit like that. Me myself, thank God I never had to do prison, but I was a foster kid. I did do juvie and like similar like shit like that. So like, what was that upbringing like for you? Like just kind of coming up kind of tough.
Well, so I felt like I had to because my dad died very young. So I feel like I had to figure it out myself.
Yeah.
And I always had a mom that she was home as much as she could, but she had to go to work. She had to make money, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So while she was at work, I just did what I wanted, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did bad shit.
I just did what I wanted.
Yeah.
And once I started getting older and getting a temper on me, that's when I started getting arrested and all that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until I like went to prison with the big men.
Oh, God,
it wasn't
yeah.
until I was like, well, maybe I should
Yeah,
settle
yeah.
down a little bit. Take a couple
do it to
steps
you.
back.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it fucking did its job for me.
Yeah, for sure.
And then when Oddity hit me up, it felt like a godsend because at the point when he hit me up, I had already given up.
Yeah.
I had already given up. I had subjected myself to 9 to 5. I figured I wasn't going to get another opportunity. At the point, I was living in St. Francis County in Park Hills with my mother.
Yeah. Okay.
Working at a produce place
For sure.
called Proffers, making like $250 a paycheck.
Real
And
shit.
this man gave me an opportunity to get out of it. And now I'm back in St. Louis, doing what I love to do.
Yeah.
About to put out my own album.
Yep.
It's
Hell yeah.
an amazing feeling. I'm not gonna lie.
Beautiful
with you.
thing, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell of a journey for sure, man. Yeah. Proud of you, bro. Like,
Appreciate
like,
I appreciate
Swear to
that.
God.
Did your fucking thing,
Swear to
man.
God.
Yeah, came a long way. So, Oddity, so we're going to get more into your solo run. So, where did you enter in the game? And by enter, I mean you're doing shows, you're recording, like you're doing shit that actually registers. Like, when did you enter in?
So it's kind of a two-part question for me, as much as I hate to admit it.
Yeah.
As you said, I had my big first run whenever the Moheathans was first firing up.
Shout out to the Moheathans.
Moheathans, Steve O'Brien, Lee Bird, bro, all the homies. It kind of really popped off at that. And I'm not going to necessarily say that we squandered what we had, but we definitely didn't capitalize on it in a proper way.
Yeah.
So it kind of like fizzled out. So everything that we have now is like a completely new cultivation of people that we had to gain. You know what I'm saying? So in two parts, I could say it happened once earlier, but then with us not really doing much, then COVID hit. It kind of, I really got to say, like, 2021, 22?
Yeah, give or take.
Just like when it really started kicking back off for us again. So like really just a couple years ago.
That's
Because, like, we've been recording and stuff, but like Creature said, it was in, like, basements and whatnot, which is cool. That's where a lot of people got to start at.
And
So
if you got it popping in your basement,
100, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, if it's working for you. For sure. All right, so running with the Moheathans and stuff like that. How did you enter into the Moheathans?
So, I will admit 100% that's Steve O'Brien. That's my big bro.
Shout out to Steve O'Brien.
Man, bro, I miss
Good
him so
guy.
much.
Help you out a lot.
Sure.
So really, it was just him pushing for me and Clue. He would always be there when we would perform. Me and Steve kind of met each other on a rap level, personal, but still we met on some rap shit.
Yeah.
So it just has always been that. And whenever him and Easy and the people that really created it first got in, within like a month or two, Steve was like, "Nah, we gotta put my boy out in." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and then with me, obviously, Lil Bro coming with me. You know what I'm saying?
Everywhere.
So it just kind of
Yeah.
turned into another thing after that.
Yeah, we was trying to take over Missouri for sure, man.
Yeah,
It was crazy,
We was
bro.
going
We had the whole
everywhere.
thing
We had it
locked down.
jumping for sure.
Yeah,
That's back in the day. People don't remember all that shit.
hell of a run though. Like, yeah, I
swear.
remember. Like, you look on social media, every Moheathen got a flyer somewhere else in the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Yeah, it was a hell of a movement for sure. So I know we kind of touched on it a little bit, how you guys linked up, but like, let's get deeper into the story. Like, so how did this go? Did you hit up Clue first?
Okay.
Or like, how did this get in motion?
So, as far as like being friends goes, I met Clue when he was, like 16 and I was about 21. Me and Creature had met around the same time, but got really close, years later.
Yeah.
But as far as the rap goes, it was me rocking FUBAR back in the day with LT
Hell yeah.
Johnson,
Shout
bro.
out to LT
You know what I'm
and FUBAR,
saying?
yeah.
So I was rocking them, and it was my first and second show, and I was just like, straight up with the homies, I was like, I don't know if I could do this by myself, bro. I'm not in like good shape. I got these songs, but my shit's wordy, so I was like, I need just a little extra something.
Yeah.
And then I asked this dude, I was like, hey, bro, you kick with me like every day. You know my songs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know your songs, bro. So, next show we tried it. It was, it was a beautiful combination. And then ever since then, me and Clue been doing it. So pretty much since day one, it's been me and him.
Yeah.
This is
And then
magic.
Creature was just, I took an inventory of my people at the time, like, when would you say, like 2018?
Yeah.
So,
probably
like,
about it, yeah.
I just looked at everybody in my life that was like legitimately not only supportive, but also looking to like be productive in their life and move forward in something together without being like, oh, what's my cut right now type shit.
I feel you.
So I gathered a group of individuals up, and sadly, we the only ones that's left now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Creature was from that original gathering of people where I was like, let's get together and let's build something together, for us.
For sure. All right, so there was more of y'all. Like, so how many people, like, was it, like, at its peak or whatever?
Shit, 6, 7?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was sizable, bro. We had like a legit team. Like everybody would throw in for every show we did.
Nice.
Like we would all throw in for our merch, like anything. It was all cohesive, and like if we ever made money, it was split. Even if it was like we made $30, we went and got food or whatever. It was tight.
Hell yeah, for sure.
And like with any other venture, the harder work weeds out the weak ones.
Yep.
Yeah,
Preach.
every
Straight up, bro.
time.
Preach.
Yeah, rap shit.
Everybody expects it to come right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Right.
like
Never does.
at minimum, you got a 5-year plan that leads to your 5-year plan type shit. You got to
For
really
real.
capitalize.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people just don't see it. You gotta have a vision, and like that vision hard, especially like when when it feels insular. It feels real insular, and a lot of people are just like, "Hey, well, what am I doing that makes it feel like it's worth it?" It's like you're doing everything. You don't understand. You're contributing more than anything. What do you know?
For sure. Yeah, most definitely.
It was like, it's you tell 2 friends, and then all of us tell 2 friends. We got a show.
Straight up.
We got a show. We up. But that stuff takes time, and we didn't know what we didn't know in the game. And I think there's a black hole over St. Louis's music scene.
Yeah.
To where like there's not that one person or that 2 or 3 people that fuel the new breed. We don't have that. Like we kind of lost that. We kind of lost the chance with that, with like the Murphy Lees and stuff like that. We didn't. I don't know if we didn't cherish them enough. But like we don't have them OGs. Like like New York, they got OGs out there that like they'll help you in the clubs, and like you'll get that play. It's just like I don't know if our club scene just ain't for that.
Yeah, it's a little disconnected.
It's
it's
real
it's getting
disconnection.
better.
Yeah,
It's getting better, but it's a little disconnected for sure. Most definitely. So, Clue, what I love and respect about you, bro, is just like for a lot of these shows, you would just come out and be like out of these hype men or whatever type shit. So, like going from doing the rock band shit to helping the homeboy out, just like yo, I'm gonna hype you up. Is that an easy transition for you? Like, yo, this my man, so it ain't shit, or is it like a challenge?
I mean, I guess the best way I can say it is like when you around people who doing something, like you should support their dream. And if they want to include you, if they like listen, not only do I want to include you, hey, I need you. Why not?
Yeah,
What else you
most
doing?
Straight up, bro.
Yeah,
What else you doing? And I was a teenager. What else was I doing?
Yeah.
When I met him, I was getting into trouble, doing whatever I want.
Yeah.
Like, what else was I doing in my life? Like,
Real shit, yeah. Jason used to hype man for me time to time. The problem is Jason's voice is like very deep. So like, but he tried, you know what I'm saying?
You can't be sounding deeper than me on my
he got
show,
that
bro.
temptation. Hold up. Just relax.
Shout out to Jason.
Shout out,
for
bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna cap, bro. Being a good hype man is work, bro. Like,
It really
I
is.
respect the shit out of hype man because,
Yeah.
like, in my opinion, it's harder than performing.
Yeah.
There's a reason why people know who Flavor Flav is.
Oh my god, like,
I was like, man, he was really doing some work on my back.
For real. All right, so Oddity. So what I noticed, like I met you like before the COVID shit. COVID shit happened, and that shit was like in 2020, bro. I swear, bro,
knew
were
each
you
other
not doing? Were you performing in between? Because I feel like you just hit me up like in 2023. Like, did you take a break?
we did. A lot of the music, or shit, all the music that you hear from all of us was all written during COVID. It wasn't even planned that way. It wasn't like let's just knuckle in and do it. I've been working for a landscaping company for about 5.5 years, and that was my 100% income for everything. I got fired from that shit, and the second I got fired, I went home and wrote like one of the most fire fucking songs I ever wrote in my life. And from that moment, I sat everybody down that weekend, and I was like, I'm gonna go get me a new job. We're gonna figure that shit out. But this right here, and I showed him that song, and I was like, this something, bro. I was like, we need to really, let's push and let's do this, bro. We got at least a couple years till venues open back up, and then lo and behold, you know what I'm saying, we timed that out just right.
Yeah.
I was like, if we sit here and we cook, bro, and like Creature said, he got 2 projects. I got 3 on my phone. You know what I'm saying? Clue got a whole one. Like, we ready to drop it on their heads, bro. And now that the headliner coming up, bro, it's like, it's about to be a wave. Like, I swear.
Hell yeah, for sure.
They ain't ready for it.
Most definitely. So originally, a little background on what I got going on. I was, of course, I've been promoting at Pops for like about 7 years. I jumped into the Oz thing like maybe 3 years ago. And even though like they're on the same parking lot, it's a demographic switch between the two.
Oh, yeah.
So when you hit me up to start doing shows again, I was a little worried because I know when I started fucking with the Oz, I started kind of gearing more towards like more trap type stuff. So I was just like,
Me too.
all right, now you can come over here, but you know what I'm saying?
I think you might have said something
Yeah.
like that too.
I kept it a
Like,
buck
I
with you, like. So for you, like, how did you make that? How did you adapt, like, to taking that time off and be like, okay, this is where we walk back in at? Like, how did you adapt and do it so well? Honestly, to give you credit, like,
I
for real.
appreciate that, bro. Straight
Hell
up,
yeah.
like it was. All right, so I'm not gonna lie. You know, like it helped with the fact that I used to be really focused on making music that like I felt like not only people wanted to hear, but like music that like I felt like maybe I would want to hear. But the second I disconnected myself from the situation and just made music that I respected, that I knew people would still want to hear, it just clicked for me. And like,
I like that. Yeah.
you know, I got it. You know, I got it in me to make some shit like that. But
Yeah.
it just all clicked for me. And then me and Clue really talk about it. Clue's deep in the scene, bro. So like he knows what's popping. He knows what's relevant, what's good. So I just run everything by the team. Every time I even write a couple bars on a new track, I'm like, hey, what y'all think of this? And like if something's corny, played out, irrelevant, we exit, we write something new. So it's pretty much just the process, bro. We just sat there and worked it like a motherfucker, and it's paying off. Like,
Yeah, for sure. So to those of y'all out there, so y'all know how we roll, how we get down. He hit me up probably late last year. I want to say maybe you did like 3 or 4 openers, and then you guys did the headliner at Nightcrawler. So like, damn, do you remember like the first show that you did for me at the Red Room?
it was the very first Nightcrawlers.
Really?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Came in the open for real. Who was the headliner on that one?
Did we have one?
Probably not.
There was somebody that performed last, but I don't know if they was
probably
like advertised as headliner.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's crazy. So let's get into your guys' Nightcrawler headliner. So like the thing with Nightcrawlers, to the people who don't know at home, it's like an EDM hip hop event that we do like every 2 to 3 months. And we got the EDM DJs and we got the rappers, and we just turn up. You know what I'm saying? We just turn up and do the damn thing. What I can say is like I had high expectations for y'all headlining that show, but you guys surpassed my expectations.
Thank you, bro.
Whatever. Like I was thoroughly surprised, and then you brought some family out. You know what I'm saying? That made my night, seeing the OGs and the family and shit. So let the people know like the behind the scenes work that you guys put in to have a successful headliner.
So I will say that this is where a part of, especially Clue having like a rock background comes into play. Because I'm sure y'all heard about, like, you know, rock bands doing, like, rehearsals and practicing and, like, over and over and over. Realistically, bro, we just look at ourselves like instruments. And, like, if we are not 100% in tune and in sync, then, like, we ain't ready. So, straight up, at minimum, you got to practice, like, every day at least, bro, before whatever your performance is for a couple weeks out.
Real shit.
I don't really like to, like, stress on it too much because people are like, oh, whatever. But I don't know. Sometimes, bro, if it's a big enough show, we'll practice 2 months out and just rock it almost every day that we can, bro, just to make sure we got it 100 down packed. That way, if we get a little sauced up at the show, you know what I mean? We still, it's just memory, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's that muscle memory.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I see it too. I see it when y'all perform, like, no cap. Like, y'all be very much in the pocket together. I was like, you could tell these niggas practice together.
Bro, we
like,
try.
For real. Yeah. So, I got to ask y'all the St. Louis question. I asked every guest this because this is how we identify a lot of shit in STL. What high school did y'all go to?
Y'all gonna lose this one.
I went to Rosamond High, California.
Okay.
So I'm out this question.
I went to Wenatchee High School in Washington
Okay.
State, and so I'm also I went to elementary school here,
Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Which one?
Warner Elementary,
Okay.
right here in the city.
Okay, I see you.
I went to Carnahan. Shout out my dog. Shout out
Yeah.
Shout out my Cougars. What's up, y'all?
That's why cool would go
We still
last.
ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's get into like a flavor check because like you guys rap different. You know what I'm saying? You guys are very like eclectic group. So each one of you, like, tell me your musical like influences.
So for me, it's like Tech Nine and Ace Hood are probably my most prevalent ones.
Yeah.
There's a newer cat named Anonymous with a Z that I've been really messing with the last couple years too. But he's more just like a you know, kind of a Hobson style thing. So yeah, I'd say Tech and Ace Hood, bro, probably my top.
Yeah.
I guess for a blend, it would probably be like like Ab-Soul and Kanye. You know, kind
Definitely
of like
Kanye,
the two eclectic minds. You know.
Yeah.
Bro, you broke it.
My bad. So like I'm much different than them. I do horrorcore.
Okay. Yeah.
So like growing up, I did listen to a lot of Insane Clown Posse.
Okay.
Like I tapered off of that and isn't into adulthood.
you got the hatchet tattooed on you?
I do actually.
It's a thing. Like they be having that shit tatted on them. Wow, that's crazy.
Got your man right there, and
Frost.
Cottonmouth Kings on this side.
So do I.
Hey, it's a culture. It's a culture.
It's
Like
so
I pray to have a
bro,
culture.
like
All right, so
That's
we-
Midwest culture.
Juggalos,
Shout
what's
out.
up, man?
Nah,
Whoop, whoop. Yeah,
for
straight
real.
up.
Like honestly, like I remember being like in middle school, and just like a good chunk of my friends were like ICP fans.
Bro, yeah,
you know what I'm
Juggalos
saying?
is
Even way
crazy,
back
man.
then, like it was like
They're so deep.
they were in the fucking ICP and Marilyn Manson back then, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's like what it was. But all right, cool. Since y'all that dedicated, y'all got the fucking tattoos.
Well, look, that's kind of how how like low key I came up with Houliginn back in the day when I was a kid. Was, you know, I was listening to
It's kinda
ICP,
inspired, yeah.
and that inspired me to kind of do my own thing. We originally was gonna be a sadistic Houliginn posse.
Oh, y'all was
But that was
y'all
when
was
I was
on one with
that
that
was
one.
when I was- that was
on
when I was a kid. And I thought that shit sounded deep and cool. I was just like, nah, that ain't it. That ain't it.
All right. So to those that be on the outside of, you know, ICP, Juggalos and stuff like that. So like, let me know, like, how did you guys enter into being a fan of that? Like, how does that go down?
Being like a poor white kid that gets beat up a lot.
Yeah, it's not far from the truth.
It's the same way a person becomes an Eminem fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's
Would
not.
you agree?
Yeah, that's not far from the truth. Like the way I got linked up with it is I was just poor white kid that I just knew I didn't like anything that was on the radio.
I feel
That's
that.
all I knew.
Yeah, yeah.
And then eventually I had a homeboy that introduced me to them, and then
That's how it always goes.
branched off from there to different Juggalo artists, Twisted, and
Most
all of them.
definitely.
Yeah,
I will say more respectfully just to Juggalos, just because, you know, that is the fam and shit.
yeah.
The real reason is because when I was a kid, you know, and you like angsty little teenager and you trying to find your way and you're like, oh, nobody likes me when. Juggalos is a motherfucker that, and I proved this, bro. I remember the dude I told you I signed up with in Cali that I first started rapping with.
Yeah.
Me and him was slinging his mixtapes out in Venice Beach. And I was walking through the crowd of people, bro, in Venice on the boardwalk. 1,000 people. And this dude with an ICP shirt seen me out the middle of the crowd, pointed me out, ran up to me, and just dapped me up, hugged me, and was like, I'm glad you out here, fam.
Yeah.
How you doing? Whoop-de-whoop. Went back over to my boss, and he was like, Cat, what's up with that? And I was just like, nah, bro, that's fam. Like, and he was like, I get what Juggalo is now, bro. He was like, I understand it. So, like, that's the one thing I will say that it's very, like, just understanding and accepting of, like, everybody, as long as you're just not ignorant, you know what I'm saying, then they with you.
You family, okay.
That's facts. I had on top of the St. Louis City Museum, the Ferris wheel. I was up there with my homeboy, and I had showed him exactly what Oddity's talking about. Is sitting on a Ferris wheel, I see a Hatchet Man in the crowd, and my homeboy, he doesn't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
So I tell him, like, hey, watch this, and I yell whoop whoop across the roof, and like 7 people screamed it back
Straight up.
and he was loud.
Yeah, it's a culture. Like it was definitely a culture shock for me because the dude who introduced me to metal, he was also a juggalo, so he was super obsessed with it. Hey man, at first I didn't know how real it was. He was like, just walk with me for a minute. He was like, just walk with me for a minute. It was like they came out the woodwork. They was in bushes. I was like, where they come from?
Everywhere.
That's crazy.
It's Midwest culture, so I mess with it. It's Midwest culture. They
gotta respect it. Like for real, and they got their hustle on too. The merch, the way they do
God,
it.
man.
Shit, they did like movies too, didn't they?
Bro,
All kinds of
They
shit.
got video games, bro. Like,
Yeah, backyard wrestling, bro. Yup.
And they've been on since the box, like Channel 58 type
Oh,
shit.
man.
Like
Yeah.
back in the day, like like
I was like,
back
they would
when-
inspired Eminem to start, you know what I'm saying, going out doing live shows.
Man, crazy for real. So, Creature, with you going the horror rap route or whatever type shit, does that mean like you're deep into like horror movies and shit like that?
Yeah. I would say yeah. Like, I got like the Nightmare on Elm Street box set.
Okay.
From the first one all the way to Freddy vs. Jason.
Okay, hell yeah.
And then like, if I'm just like slumming it, going to work or something, I got like the Mike Myers.
Mike's
Flipping
my
you
nigga,
off
yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I got all kinds of shit. I used to subscribe to Loot Crate to get specifically horror movie themed merchandise.
Yeah,
From
Deep.
What you got?
This is a phone stand I got from Loot Crate.
That was live.
Remember the movie Boomerang when the niggas like, I got the mushroom belt, the mushroom bucket.
What else you got down there, bro?
That's all I got.
hey, show that shit again.
Yeah, all over again. We can zoom
was
in on
crazy,
it.
That was all the surprises I got in my fucking goodie bag this time.
It's real in the field. It's real in the field.
That motherfucker's tight, bro.
Yeah, and their whole phones. That's
I'm so
crazy.
weak. That was crazy.
That's wild. Yeah, we going viral off that. So,
That was a FrostTalk exclusive.
I see that. Well, you was over there fucking with that shit. You could have just did that. We wouldn't even have questioned it. We was like, oh, this nigga. I ain't even gonna say shit.
Oh my god.
All right, so cool. You into that? We could probably vibe a little bit. So, like, what's your favorite shit, like, on the horror movies?
So like I'm kind of a basic white bitch. Like, so I listen to a lot. I watch a lot of Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street,
Yeah.
Friday the 13th, all the classics. I don't really get into like a lot of the indie because like I can't with the bad cheesiness.
Like the bad production.
Right. It's like if I'm going into bad production, I'm going Killer Clowns from Outer Space or something like that. If you're gonna make it bad, make it worth my time and be bad at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And like the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, back when movies was bad, they was good.
Yeah,
like
facts.
they were giving little kids nightmares.
Facts, yeah.
Back when they couldn't figure out how to do nothing.
Yeah.
So they deserve the biggest props to them all.
Hell yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, most definitely, for sure. Yeah, I'm a big Michael Myers fan. I actually have a Michael Myers poster in my theater at home or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that's my nigga, like for real, straight up, for real. All right, so you guys told me that you're sitting on projects. You guys are sitting on records. Like, What's the name of them? Like, what are they inspired by? Just give me the whole rundown. If you could give me like your best pitch on it, like within a minute, like each one of y'all, like what y'all got, what y'all sitting on.
So right now I'm sitting on. I got an EP that's finished that I'm about to drop. I got a couple features. Hint, hint, that's coming out, and it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be a good ass fucking project. I almost got everything wrapped up for that. We're kind of hoping for like an August 30th release date, but if anything, it'll still be before the headliner on September 27th. So no matter what, people gonna hear that soon. It's just a self-titled EP. Just give somebody a little taste of some more good shit.
Yeah.
And then my other project is just it's my second album.
Yeah.
It's called One Giant Leap because I'm finna take that right over everybody's head whenever I drop this shit.
Oh, that's my bad. I'm looking at
What's your project?
interactions.
You good?
So I got my first project, which is the one song, the one single I've already released is part of this project.
Yeah.
It is called Abattoir, which is a fancy word for slaughterhouse.
Okay, hell yeah.
And then my album, which is called Black Lagoon. And now my inspiration for that is I Am Creature, and it is Black Lagoon from Black Lagoon. And I thought that was just like a cool little play on my stage name and my first album. I thought it would be a cool thing to
It's
do.
creative, bro, for real.
Yeah, appreciate that.
For sure. What you sitting on, Clue?
Oh yeah. My first album is called Welcome to Recluse City. Inspired by Resident Evil. I thought that I could compose a record that expresses all of the BS in my brain, so I can get that out of my head and maybe start making some party records later. So I wanted to give everybody a little piece of that, so I can give people the darkness, and then I'll go off of that, and then we're gonna party next time with my next EP for sure. So people stay tuned for sure.
For sure. All right, so I noticed like through most of this interview, I was calling y'all a group. So if I was wrong, I'm sorry.
No.
Do you guys identify as a group or a label or both?
So listen, we identify as a movement. It's not as ambiguous or cool as it sounds. It's just we don't necessarily make music together yet.
Yeah.
It's a plan to do it soon.
Yeah.
But just simply for brand recognition as a whole, we pretty much knew that it was better if we just moved as a unit as one, and then like we doing now, slowly branch off.
Yeah,
that way,
for
once
sure.
people know all our faces, know the logo. I act like I was wearing my fucking shirt. I'm so used to wearing it literally everywhere.
Yes, records. Good.
Out here, bro. We established. Get your fitted clothes out here with your record hose. And once we got established, we knew that we could branch off a little bit more. And like, Clue's literally about to start recording music next weekend for his project, and like, it's about to be tight.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so yes or no, we cool with being a group, but sadly we are not yet.
Yeah, I don't even know who I be booking half the time. I be
Facts.
like, we get some shit about niggas like, I'm not on this show. What the fuck you talking about? You ain't on this.
That's why I always ask motherfuckers. I'm like, you got 3 mics, and they're like, you said one person. Like, listen, I didn't say that. Like,
Hell yeah.
We are like the Man-O-War jellyfish. You move as one.
Hell yeah. So all right. So at the beginning, I asked y'all names, but I didn't ask like how y'all got these names. So how y'all got these creative rap names that you guys have?
So when I was a kid, I was, like I said, a juggalo, into hip hop, deep, old school, new school. I like rock music. I was into EDM, literally everything. I was just a weird ass mix of just music. And one of my OGs at the time, I was just sitting at his house smoking, and he just looked at me and he was like, "Man, you like rave music, you like that ICP shit, you like hip hop, rock. Man, you're like a fucking oddity, bro." And I swear to God, I was 13 years old, and it just sunk into my head, and I was like, oddity. Damn, that's tight. And I literally just, ever since I started introducing myself as it, eventually when I started rapping, I made up like a really cool acronym for it. But over the years, the name Oddity as an acronym, believe it or not, has been taken multiple times by different genres.
Say word.
Dude, like I used to search it every year. I was like, there's no way somebody's going to take O.D. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, you get on Spotify and there's like 4 different fucking artists with that name.
Straight like that.
So that's why I eventually just ended up switching it to, the ODD17Y.
For sure.
Yeah, I got the name Clue because I'm kind of like the Jeopardy man. I got useless facts. I got little trivia that I can probably get you the answer.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for the simplest thing for me to do, I'm gonna miss that every time. 100%. 100%. I could probably get a snowball that grazed me and miss it.
Real shit.
So like, Creature just came from like similar to Oddity. I was in the Juggalo shit. So like, I always wanted to do Creature.
Yeah.
But I never, and it wasn't until I ended up in prison, and there's a little screech I can do with my throat, and I did it in prison, and a dude turned around and goes, "Do it again." And I did it again. He goes, "Oh boy, you a creature for real." And so since that happened, like, it kind of like, I decided on it. And then when I linked up with him and Clue, we were at the old house in Afton, Missouri.
Yeah.
And we were chilling on the porch, smoking weed, eating cheeseburgers with the this is when we still had like, it was like 5 of us still.
Okay.
And we were just sitting around throwing around ideas, and slowly we're like, well, we can't do obviously just the word creature, because that's songs and artist names and so many different things out there. So we slowly were playing around with different spellings, and finally Oddity came up with the spelling that the K, the lowercase REE, capital T, lowercase URR.
I like spelling shit weird. As y'all can tell.
Yeah, and it stuck because it's definitely it's a unique way of spelling it and different capitals and stuff like that. It stands out.
I feel you. Well, shit, you know, I'm gonna let y'all. Oh, before we get into what we do, what y'all do best type shit. First, plug the people on your social medias, because I forgot to put it up on the screen. Whatever type shit. Let them know where they can find y'all at.
Listen, so I really just care about the music. Y'all can follow me on any social media. My name is just ODD17Y, all capitals. ODD17Y. I'm on everything, bro.
Yeah. Catch me on Instagram, all one word, a one-man brand. Hit me up, DM me, tell me how much you love me, because I love you.
I'm on Instagram. I also have my first single out.
Okay.
It's called Decay. And for y'all in the back, capital K, lowercase REE, capital T, lowercase URR. I'm on Instagram just as lowercase Houliginn, HOULIGINN.
Respect. So shit, without further ado, we're gonna end this off. We're gonna let y'all do like a little in-studio performance type shit. So what's the name of this track?
This one's called SSJ4.
Okay, shit, don't even explain. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Hey, the nerds will know, bro. The nerds will know. It's the one that...
From the weed transfer? The last one I sent, right?
Oh, you know what? We're just going to run it off.
I eat, sleep, drink, breathe, live, and rap music. Don't ever try to confuse it. This is real rap.
A lot of rappers talk a lot, but they ain't saying shit. So everybody clear some room and just let the kids spit. Cause I'm gonna talk on that real shit that actually makes sense, and not just another club banger hit. Cause yo, I'm tired of all this bullshit rap. Yo, fuck that. Give me the mic and I'm gonna bring this back. I let original flows clap on any hater that's talking smack. And if it really got to go to that, yo, my team can leave you gift wrapped. What's that? Well, I'm really glad you asked. Chop your bitch ass up in parts and shove you in some trash bags. Mail you to your mom and dad, then on Halloween just to get some laughs. You hit they power in your face like a fucking mask. Man, I'm sorry, hooligans ain't got no nice rhymes. We just trying to express how we feel inside. Cause to keep it 100, since I've been alive, I really felt so dead inside. So since I've been here, I wanted to die. So I'ma go and attack while all you cowards running hot. Yeah, I'm living for truth. You living a lie. I'm living proof. You just a copyright. So I'ma just keep spitting this fire and bringing all these fakes to light. Yes, I'm trying to ignite this spark of war. No, it cannot go on no more. Fit into rip it hardcore. Get to the top because this shit is over, whore. Woo, woo.
motherfucking oddity. Original destructive defiance infecting today's youth. No more humbleness. Look to me for the truth. Oddity.
Be that epitome, don't pity me. The reason why these rappers still be sleeping on me heavily. Government be telling me all felonies I'll never eat, but what I don't see is how they gon' stop me from killing lyrically. Devil's in my whiskey, when I drink he gets a hold of me. This is a conspiracy, I'm young, oh now you know of me. I hold your key, your breeze, and then unleash it like it's supposed to be. I'm bringing the cold season through rhythmic artistic poetry. Hooligans and villains and criminals of society who only come from patio walls and government facilities. We're wicked, sick, and evil, and yes, we are lethal. We be lashing out at people who be claiming that they equal. So it's time to choose sides. Your choice is very simple. Do you want to fly high? Then enter my temple. Cause with this mind of a maniac and my rap credentials, I know that I could truly say some lies with this pad and pencil.
We got 6 viewers. Shout out to y'all. Let's tee up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Check. Check.
Yup.
Check. It's gonna be a lot sitting down.
Yo, all these viewers, drop us a comment. I see 7, but I don't even know who y'all is.
Just being so. Can we run that back? Check it out, look.
You know what time it is.
Believe that shit you talking, you should stand on it. I'd kill the track, fam, I planned on it. It's going down, y'all should know what's up. The team is my family like we the Brady Bunch. Raised up in the hood, we never had much. Moms worked twice just for school lunch.
Run that, take that shit back.
You know what time it is.
Hey.
We do this shit live.
Take that shit back. Turn up. Alright.
You know what time it is.
Believe that shit you talking, you should stand on it. Fam, I planned on it. It's going down, y'all should know what's up. The team is my family like we the Brady Bunch. Raised up in the hood, we never had much. Moms worked twice just for school lunch. That's more than a hunch, I know that I'ma do it. Lace up the mics, then I just keep it moving. Truly flew. This is way more than just some trap music. So all the mad shakers push our backs into it. Finally feeling myself, I'm finna act stupid. Pop a hot 16 up in my little Uzi. Stepped onto the scene and I just started shooting. Got them shook, they don't know what we be doing next. Old homies tried to tell me like they know best. I breathe life into the game and start to just compress. I made moves like Brad Cooper, now I'm limitless. Yes, belly big, gaining weight, finally eating good. Finally about to get the fam up out the fucking hood. We rep 17 hooligan just like we should. You's a punk, you just barely doing what you could. Opportunity come knocking, best believe I would. Yeah, best believe I would. Look. No hooks needed, I ain't Peter Pan. Never been a lost boy, neither always had a plan. Steady slicing heads off these snakes as I'm sliding through the sands of time. While I design these rhymes in open minds and high demand. The impact of what I've been through never shook me. Rolled up in the game, hitting homers like I'm not a rookie. You playing with me, swear to God, if you ever push me, bro, I'm finna snap and turn this bitch. When I enter the building, yo, I'm ignorant and play my position. Ain't toting no Bibles, but I'm on the mission to link with disciples who down with division. There's so many cycles, the circles is vicious, the fences is lifted. Yo, I'm from that place where y'all don't come around. Don't forget where you is when you getting loud. We're them little kids up at the playgrounds. Ain't even safe from all them gun sounds. I'm a Midwest killer mixed with killer Cali flow. Got the strength of a Super Saiyan, strength with the glow. Wisdom of Kami, there's nothing else I don't know. I just popped the sensu bean, kicking it with Piccolo. Hey, I've been kicking it with Piccolo. Look, I just get this feeling when I'm filling up a page. Really can't explain this shit, would take another page. The plug got the link like a Triforce. I am not entertained, man, y'all should try more. I promise my granny that I won't die poor. Used to sneak up in the back, we kicking down the front door. If my brother's involved, shit, we all involved. Then the hate evolved, now it's spreading like a Molotov. Me and most of y'all not cut from the same cloth. Yeah, oh, we not cut from the same cloth. Not even the same dresser, I ain't stressing. I was giving curses, turned every one of them into blessings. Clear the message when you need them most. Now they never present, stay reflective, reaching the final form of a new perspective. A curatory, I'ma make so many bangers. Yo, I was living like Vegeta, filled with anger. Then I trained up in the hyperbolic time chamber. Now I'm fully powered up and now you all in danger. Motherfucking oddity, bro. ODD17Y on all platforms. Houliginn Entertainment, bitch.
Steve O'Brien, I see you. Cassidy, what's good?
Yeah.
Jeffrey Brackett, OG, what's good? Thank y'all for tuning in.
So,